Hi there, Jenna Goodhand with Personal Vitality Coaching. Now, I want to share something really off the cuff with you today. I was watching a video by Kyle Cease yesterday, and actually I'd never heard of him before, but now he has become, a real source of inspiration for me. And so I watched a number of his videos yesterday. If you haven't checked him out, check him out. But what I was really inspired by and that really spoke to me was the importance of speaking from your heart and not being so scripted. And I think a lot of times, especially as an entrepreneur, someone who's in the coaching industry or someone who's presenting a lot or trying to share your message, you think so much about how to connect with others that you're not authentically connecting with others. You're just sort of thinking, okay, this is going to get them, and if I use these words, it's going to spark that part of their brain, and you're not really speaking from the heart anymore. You're speaking from memory. And so one of the videos that I watched so many, I can't remember which one it was, it really spoke to me. And the really cool thing is I've always been someone who's struggled with public speaking. I've always been really nervous about how I'm going to come across, if I'm going to be able to connect properly. I have a lot of nerves, a lot of energy, a lot of excitement, and a lot of that just stems from really wanting to do a good job and wanting to empower and inspire my audience. But a lot of times the nerves kind of get caught up in it, and I worry so much about what's going to happen that I can't actually give what I want to give. So I've been taking Toastmasters, which has been great. I've also taken the public speaking course through the Certified Coaches Federation, an incredible course. And Toastmasters is just sort of helping me put into practice those things I've learned and just getting more comfortable with the speaking process, because one of my dreams is to be able to empower people to get out of their own way and get over their fears. And, I can't tell other people to do that if I'm not getting over my own fear. So with that in mind, I joined Toastmasters, and I really jumped in because I think that sometimes, there's some fears that you have to be cautious about, but there's some that you can just kind of jump in, and an environment like that is really supportive. But the cool thing is they had a contest called Table Topics. You get a topic, you don't know what you're going to talk about, and they give it to you right before you speak. And I did this last week, didn't go very well, but I told myself, I'm going to do better this week. The cool thing is I watched one of Kyle's videos last night, and he talked about the importance of just letting go, just speaking from your soul and not worrying about if things are going to go okay, being okay with not knowing. And I think a lot of people struggle with that. I've struggled a lot with anxiety, and a lot of the thought process that goes along with anxiety is, what are things going to be like? What's it going to look like? How am I going to work through this? How can I get out of this? All of these things that people who suffer from anxiety have, this panic of, how am I going to be safe? How am I going to be okay? And sort of, it's important to keep reminding yourself of letting things go and being okay with not knowing, because ultimately we can't control anything except for what's going on inside, right? So if we can harness and own that energy of everything is going to be okay no matter what, and in most cases it is, right? We're either dead or we're alive, or we're somewhere in between. And to get the most out of life, we have to be present. And being present means letting go of all the worries, getting out of your head, getting into your heart, living in the moment. And I just want to show something really cool. And Kyle Cease, I want to thank you for this, whether you watch this or not. So I entered this contest, and I won first place. And I was totally blown away because, while I was going through the motions, my body was still saying, this is scary, you're nervous, get out of here, this is not a safe place. But I was, trusting that I was in a safe place and that no matter what happened, it was going to be okay. And to give myself that permission, I was able to just speak from my heart. And I don't remember what I said, but obviously it was something that was good enough for the judges. So Kyle, I want to thank you for that. And I just wanted to further your message to anyone who might watch this video, to just be in the moment, speak from your truth, from who you are. That's what people want to hear. That's what people connect to, is who you ultimately are, not who you're trying to be or who you present yourself as. Be you. You are the most authentic person when you are yourself, and that's what people want. So thank you, Kyle, and thank you anyone who's watching. And until next time, take care of each other and treat yourself the best.